Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Gaming on Caffeine live stream. We're back once again. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. Hopefully, hopefully I'm not too loud now. I'm getting a little, the bar in OBS is getting into the red. Hopefully, it's not too loud. Flipping heck, hey, everybody. How's it going? Welcome. It has been far too long since the last freaking StoneBlock stream, but I'm back again. Flipping heck. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. How long is the stream going to be, Isaac? Probably a few hours. I would say 2 to 3 is kind of the usual length. By the way, what is this track called? This is called Won't Help You This Time by the Tape Machines. This is the instrumental version. There is a version with vocals as well. If you're interested in the vocal side of music, you can listen to that as well. So, you know, feel free to do that. Also, Evil Festo, I didn't thank you for the extra 100 bits. He says, are you ready yet, Isaac? We are. I am finally ready. We're live. We're going to play some more StoneBlock. Flippin' heck. Hi. I don't have a link to the song. I will type the name of the song. Won't help you this time. By Tape Machines. There we go. All right, let's fade this out into the background. We don't need to listen to that next song. We freaking don't need it. All right, let us switch on back over to the main attraction, to my base. Give me a second here. Just got to get back in the swing of things. Things are a little bit messed up here, but that's fine. All right, so in the last stream, over the last couple of streams actually now, we have been working towards trying to get power using arboreal extractors to extract resin from trees, pumping that resin into fractionating stills to then turn that resin into tree oil, to then pump that tree oil with some water into compression dynamos to make power. That has been our goal over the last couple of episodes, and between this stream and the last stream, I've done a couple of things, a couple of quality of life improvements, as well as quite a bit of base building over there that we'll get to in just a second. The first thing that I've done that you will probably be able to notice right out of the gate here is that I have moved all of the sieves back by one, and by that I mean I took the front row of sieve and moved it back by one, but I've moved the sieves just a little bit and I've put a layer of glass in the front. You might be wondering why I've chosen this kind of somewhat bizarre glass design here, why I've left these two vertical strips in the glass. The reason for that is that if you fully connect up the glass, like if I take some of this glass here and you go to fully connect it up, this is not the correct glass. Hold on, give me a second. If I get my chisel out and we select the correct glass, which I think is stone framed, not steel framed, it creates this like horrible little texture over the front that I'm really not a huge fan of. And so I decided instead to just, for now at least, leave all of that like stuff I just decided to just leave a gap there. Give me a second, chat. My keys have rebound. I had to reinstall the pack. And so clear grids. Yeah, I want to get rid of the psi option, which one is it? Also, freaking Mr. Ninja 93, thank you much indeed, my friend, for the 15 months in a row. 15 months already feels old, man. It has been so freaking long. Which one? Have I undone it? Is it done? Yeah, it's done. Okay, there we go. C by default is my zoom key for Optifine, and it's also bound to a couple of other things as well, so I've got to unbind all those. There might be a few of those things throughout the course of today's stream, but I think for the most part, everything is set up and ready to go again. Why do you use the Tinker's Construct clear glass? That's a good point. I could definitely use the clear glass from Tinker's Construct, and again, I might go ahead and switch over to that at some point in the future. The reason why I don't have it right now is just we don't have an infinite source of sand being made, which means I'd have to go and manually make the sand, and then manually put it in the smeltery, and then manually pull it out, and it would just take too much time. You know, it is definitely not that hard to do, and we probably will do it at some point in the future here, but for now, this works kind of well, especially because of the fact that I do still need to be able to get in here, right? I still need to be able to get in. I still need to be able to work on some of the stuff that's back here. And so having these little slits in does work out quite nicely. And so far, I have gone ahead and reduced the radius on both of the advanced item collectors. And so far, no items have made their way out. Like, I've never come back into this room and seen just items spewed across the floor. So it looks like, for the most part, the glass here is doing its job and keeping all of the items in the cage there, which is pretty good. Also, if we come over to here, I've done a little bit of decorational work, and I finally got all of the trees working. So one of the problems that we had in the previous stream is that the custom trees that I put down a sapling, I grew it into a real tree, I then shaved all of the leaves off that tree, and then placed the leaves back on how I wanted them to look, right? And that didn't work. The arboreal extractor wasn't able to extract resin from those trees. You'll notice now that all of the trees kind of look the same. They're not perfect, but they do all look very similar, but they still work. And that is because it turns out the way that the arboreal extractor works is to get resin out of a tree, you first have to plant the sapling, bone meal the sapling up into a tree, and then make sure that the tree has at least 3 leaves on it that started on the tree. So you can't get rid of all of the leaves and then put them back. You have to make sure that at least some of the leaves on the tree were there originally. And so what you can do is exactly what I've done here, and put down a sapling, bone meal it up, and then kind of trim it and place extra leaves and take leaves away as and where you like to make them look almost identical. I do want to do a bit more work to make these look perfectly identical, but for the time being, they're looking pretty good, looking pretty similar. We've got these gaps between all of them, which allow us to easily move through, and I'm kind of thinking about putting like a little water feature in the middle here as opposed to an extra spruce tree, just to make it look a little bit nicer. You know, maybe put like a little water fountain or something like that. I think that could look cool. Also, Psycho 1976 with the 18 months in a row, a whole year and a half. Flippin' heck. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This means a whole heck of a lot. Can we get some caffeine sellouts for Psycho as well? Holy heck. Jeez. Wanted Material Stoneworks Factory, Isaac. I think I will probably get around to making that in today's stream. I don't want you to give me one, but I think we definitely will get around to working with that today, because I think I might use those. People have pointed out that we can use those in the comment section and whatnot, and so I probably will get around to using those, maybe for our sifting, and also maybe just for having access to sand, gravel, and dust at all times as well. You know, maybe get some storage drawers with void upgrades just full to the brim with sand, gravel, and dust, so we always have it there ready and raring to go when we need it. Another thing that I've done between sessions, I've started on this kind of main central room here. My idea is to have this kind of be just an atrium almost, you know, like a central room, and then have branching rooms coming off of this. Like, right now, this is kind of the main room that we have, but I don't really want it to be our main room. I kind of want this here to be a cylindrical main room, a circular main room, with kind of maybe like an arched roof. I think that could look really cool, and then pathways going off in 4 directions, going off to like different areas of the base. One of them will be this way over here, leading to like our sifting, and then also to our early game source of power, of course, with the arboreal extractors over here. And then finally, over here at the bottom, I have done a little bit of work on trying to tidy up and expand our system for processing all of the resin, all of the tree oil, and producing actual power. And so now I made 4 fractionating stills. We got these all placed around. We've then got 4 of these compression dynamos, all pumping power into a leadstone energy cell, which is, of course, then sending the power to a flux plug. We did work a little bit with the Flux Networks mod in the previous stream. That is wirelessly sending the power all the way over to our machines over there. Might have to do a little bit more work with that in today's session, because right now not all of our machines are getting power. Most specifically, these ones right here are currently not connected up to the network, but this system is not yet complete. We do need to do some work on getting this fully set up and running. Right now, the fractionating stills are not receiving any power, and so these are not turning the resin into tree oil. And then on top of that, the tree oil is, of course, not being sent over into the compression dynamos. And so one of the first things that I want to do in today's stream is kind of get it set up to where these can receive power, and also to where we can send both the tree oil and water into the compression dynamos. Because remember, it's not just the tree oil that they need, they also need water in order to be able to produce power. And that's where we kind of run into a bit of an issue, and that's that the Buildcraft pipes, while they look cool, in my opinion, that's obviously a subjective opinion, but while I think they look cool, they can't send multiple liquids at once. And so one of the things that I want to do today is I kind of want to move, not necessarily away from Buildcraft pipes, I'm still going to be using those as much as I possibly can, but one of the things that I do want to do is, you know, put my toes in a little bit into some Actual Editions laser transferring. What you can do with Actual Editions is you can transfer power, you can transfer items, and you can transfer water using lasers, right? Specifically, if I go over and type in, I think it's Fluid Relay is the name of the item. It is. It's this guy right here, the Fluid Laser Relay. I'm going to go ahead and try and make one of these to allow us to simultaneously transfer the tree oil and the water from two different sources, both into the compression dynamo without it looking, you know, kind of janky, right? Because I kind of want all of the stuff pumped in underground. Like, I'm quite happy with how this room looks right now. I don't think we need even more Buildcraft fluid pipes all over the place, all pumping into a bunch of different stuff, right? And so I kind of want to try and make it a little bit more discreet. If possible, we might try and make the lasers look cool. You know, we might have them coming above ground or something like that. But to get this working, we need an energy laser relay and an atomic reconstructor. The energy laser relay made with 4 blocks of obsidian, 2 blocks of redstone, 1 advanced coil made with a basic coil, which is more of these redstonia crystals and some black quartz. Do we have any black quartz is actually my next question, because I'm not quite sure if we do. We actually don't. How in the freaking world do we get black quartz is my next question. We can, of course, get them from the Void Ore Miner. We can also get them from the Britannia Orchid, neither of which we currently have. I would assume that we can get them from sifting. Oh, you can sift, you can smelt crushed black quartz. Ah, I see. Okay, so we got over 1,000, 1.5 thousand crushed black quartz. Let me go ahead and just throw those in one of our new furnaces real quick. In the last stream, we did upgrade to these new Inferium furnaces. Yeah, new Inferium furnaces that are, I believe, 10% faster than a regular vanilla furnace. Not incredibly fast, but a little faster nonetheless. So, whilst I wait for that to smelt up, one of the things that I do want to try and get in, in today's session, is I would like to try and get a Stoneworks factory, right? Multiple people, both in the Twitch chat and in the YouTube comments, have mentioned the Material Stoneworks factory from Industrial Foregoing. It's a mod that I played with a little bit, but it's a block that I've never actually played with before, and I did a bit of testing in a single-player world, and this block, it turns out, is really useful. Who'd have thought, after people suggested it non-stop? But to make it, we need to get pink slime. And to get pink slime, we have to get a couple of things. And one of those things is animals. We need some form of mob to be able to farm in order to actually get that pink slime. I'm not quite sure, actually, if you can use hostile mobs. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I believe, unless it's changed, we have to get a mob slaughter factory. This guy right here. Actually, I think if I type in pink slime here, it does tell me in JEI. It says, can be obtained by killing a pink slime, which is spawned with some pink slime fluid in the world. If we open the manual here, and then, can I not open the manual? Can I not browse through it in here? I can't go back? No, okay, never mind then. Just use a fluid pink slime cow. Hostiles do work. In that case, then, it might not be a terrible idea to replace our punchy sticks here. Like right now, we've got a ferro lantern up here, which I don't think we mentioned it in the stream. For those who don't know, the way that the ferro lantern works is after you place it down, it will slowly but surely expand out its radius that it covers. It'll expand out the area that it covers with light, and then when you break it, it does the opposite and kind of slowly but surely contracts the radius that it covers with light as well. I put one down in here. We could probably now get rid of some of these torches here. I do have F7 on, and so we should see if any of these torches are, like, if any of this area is not covered. But it looks like that lantern is actually covering like a ridiculously large area, which is kind of crazy. Like, none of these torches seem to be doing much anymore, which is really cool. So that's the main reason why we're using those. You put them down, and then they can just cover a ludicrously large area if you leave them long enough, which is quite nice. But yeah, if we get a mob slaughter factory and we put it down in front of our mob farm, what we should be able to do is then go ahead and start to generate a little bit of pink slime. Once we've got 1 bucket worth of pink slime, we can then take it and place it down in the world. And then once we place that pink slime down in the world, it should, in theory, spawn an actual pink slime, which we can then kill or capture. And if we kill it, we'll get our first pink slime item, which we can then use to make a bunch of different stuff. You can use it in place of sticky pistons. That's not what we're going to use it for. We are going to use it, of course, to try and craft ourselves our first Stoneworks factory. I might go ahead and capture it and then use it in a spawner so we can spawn multiple more slimes and get an infinite source of that pink slime. But that's a problem for future Isaac. For now, we are going to come back over here, and the first thing that we are going to have to make is an atomic reconstructor. This guy right here from Actual Editions. pistons, really easy to do, 4 iron, 4 redstone, and an iron casing, which is 4 sticks, 4 iron, and some of that black quartz, which we should now have over here in our furnace. We do indeed. Might have to get some more of that cooking up, because I don't quite know if 64 should be more than enough, I think, for today's stream. Give me a couple of these iron casings here. I think we might need more of those fairly soon. And then if we grab this atomic reconstructor, and for the time being, I'm going to get rid of this cactus here, because I can just see myself walking into it way too many times over the course of today's stream and eventually getting killed by it. And again, we have just so freaking many of these evolved Endermen. Like, every time I come on the server now, there is like an ever-increasing horde of evolved Endermen waiting for me when I arrive. Is there a way that we can prevent these guys? Like, is there a way that I can just stop them spawning? Because earlier I came on and I kid you not, there must have been about 8 of them spread around throughout my base. There are an insane number of evolved Endermen just all over the freaking place. It's crazy. Also, Lucas, 1902, welcome back, my friend. 14 months in a row with the Twitch Prime subscription. The support means a whole heck of a lot. Damn, I'm late. Whoops, you're not that late. I'm mostly just going over stuff that I've done between streams. But thank you very much, my friend, for the continued support there. Megatorch, maybe? That's a good point, actually. The Megatorch might work. But anyway, now that we've got this atomic reconstructor, again, for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and set the right-hand side here to output on our energy cell. I'm going to throw down the atomic reconstructor, and I believe the first thing I'm going to have to do is grab myself a redstone torch, because I think by default, yeah, you can hear it there, by default, the atomic reconstructor is set to redstone mode deactivate, which means it will continuously send out these pulses unless you deactivate it with a lever, for example. What we want to do is right-click it with this redstone torch and set it to pulse mode. Pulse mode means that it will only send out a redstone signal. It'll only send out, sorry, its laser when it actually receives a redstone signal, for example, from a lever. And actually, it probably makes more sense if I use a button as opposed to a lever, especially given that we have so much freaking stone. And so if we just go ahead and do this and this, there we go. Nice. So the atomic reconstructor, for those who don't know, is used to make certain items in the game. For example, if we go back to the laser relay, we need to make the energy laser relay before we can make the fluid laser relay. And to make it, we need some of these Restonia crystals. These are made by throwing down some redstone in front of the atomic reconstructor and zapping it. Thankfully, now we've got a decent amount of redstone because all of this dust sifting over here has been going on since the end of the last session. Also, a quick update on that. Previously, we were using just the one diamond stiffened mesh, but as you can see, if we look in here, we've got a bunch of excess dust. I believe the reason for that is that we weren't sifting the dust fast enough, and it was just kind of being produced by the analog craft. You know, we were getting more dust than we were sifting, and so it was backing up in the mechanical user, and thus, because the Buildcraft pipes are not the smartest pipes in the world, when they spew out all over the place, when they try and deliver an item and can't, they end up just spewing it out into the open, and then that dust is of course picked up and sent around here. And so all I've done is go ahead and replace that middle sift there with another iron stiffened mesh, just like before. So now it can use all of these at once. Right now it's not doing that, but every so often you'll see it using kind of like 2 or 3 dust at a time, just to sift a little bit faster. Take a pressure plate. If you throw items in front of it, the atomic reconstructor will activate automatically. That is a good point, actually. I've never done that, and you know what? I'm going to freaking do it. Let's get ourselves a pressure plate. I don't think it needs to be anything crazy. I think that maybe the only downside to having a pressure plate is that, very rarely we might have like a mob walk over, and that mob might accidentally trigger this and thus waste, I think, 1,000 redstone flux is how much this uses every time it sends out a beam. But for the most part, it should make our lives a little bit easier because it means we don't have to throw it down, then press the button. It means that we can just throw it down, he says, and then it doesn't work. Do items trigger? Do items not trigger stone pressure plates? Am I that much of a vanilla fool? Pressure plates. Do I need a wooden pressure plate to make this work? Oh boy, need to edit that one out of the YouTube cut. All right, let's throw that back down and try that again, shall we? Kapow! Nice. Now we've got 64 Restonia crystals. And so, if we go to make ourselves the laser relay here, all we need now is 2 more blocks of redstone, which is quite pricey. Although we do have a good amount of redstone, it is still kind of a limited resource right now, as well as 4 more obsidian, this advanced coil, which we can make fairly easily with more of those Restonia crystals and that black quartz, as well as a little bit in the way of golden nuggets, which we may or may not have. We almost have enough, but that's fine. We can go ahead grab some more of those real quick, get ourselves the advanced coil, and then hopefully get ourselves 4 lasers? No, we're a little bit short on obsidian, and that kind of gets me thinking that we should probably, almost certainly, look to start producing obsidian automatically. It's really not going to be that difficult for us to do. All we need to do, in reality, is pump some of this lava into this barrel and then like pull the obsidian out once it's done. My only problem right now is where we're actually going to put it. I know this is not the best place in the world. This is just kind of slapped down in the middle of a corridor here. Let me quickly grab a bucket and let me see if I can't figure out a way to move this, because I'm not a huge fan of having this here, and we really could do with an unlimited source of obsidian. It's going to make our lives so much easier going forward here. So let's pick this up. It also does mean that we can kind of close off this wall as well. I'll do that in just a second here. How do I want to do this? I guess what I could do is, what I'm thinking really is kind of having it so that we have like storage drawers here, you know, embedded into the wall on this side, so we can just kind of pull obsidian out. It would involve some kind of reconfiguring of all the stuff that we have in here, you know, kind of move it around a little bit so that we can produce obsidian. But I think it would be plausible to make that happen. I don't know how I'm going to do it, is the thing. Like, this system is already a bit of a mess. I don't know. For now, okay, I'm going to think about that between sessions, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and put back down the system that we had a second ago, because I think it's going to be faster for the time being, but I think I can kind of organize this in such a way that we could get an unlimited source of obsidian out of it as well, which would be quite nice for us. And look at this. This is just proving my point. There are already freaking even more of these evolved Endermen just wandering around in the background there. It's crazy. It's crazy. Do it underneath the system. That's also something we could look to do. It's just getting the obsidian back out, really. Like, I just want to have the... Oh, no, that's not right. I just want to have the obsidian in a place where it's viewable. Let me quickly F7 again. Yeah, no, we're not in any trouble. That feral lamp is doing a fantastic job of lighting up the entire area here, which is just brilliant. So let me just quickly do this then, I guess, for now. That's going to get us a little bit of obsidian. Also, people did mention, and one thing that I haven't done yet is the... you know what? Hold on. Oh, no, that's going to be the same problem. I was going to say we could just make a igneous extruder real quick, but the igneous extruder also requires an unlimited source of obsidian in order to work, and so it would kind of result in the same issue. I might end up using an igneous extruder, but it's still going to require some kind of moving around here anyway. But nevertheless, let us come back over here, and let's craft up our first set of energy laser relays. Nice. So, all we need to do to turn those into fluid laser relays is go ahead and drop them in front here. I will go ahead and do all 4, because I think we are going to need more than 4 for this to work fully. But that's going to get us our first 4 fluid laser relays. And in order to be able to configure these, we also need a laser wrench. This guy right about here, made fairly easily with another advanced coil and then 2 Inori crystals. Those are made by just throwing down some iron in front of the atomic reconstructor. And so again, if we just quickly go ahead and craft up another basic coil, a little bit more in the way of golden ingots, and then very quickly go ahead and throw down a few iron ingots in front of the atomic reconstructor, we should be able to get ourselves a laser fairly easily. Also, Seyfadin 92. I apologize for the mispronunciation of your name, but welcome, my friend. Thank you very much indeed for the Twitch Prime subscription. The support means a whole heck of a lot. Feel free to use those emotes in the Twitch chat. Can we get some caffeine sellouts? And again, apologies for the mispronunciation there. All right. And then if we go like this, hopefully that will appear in here. Maybe? Kapow! Nice. So, let us come back over here. Also, let me quickly grab the sink before I forget, the sink being the unlimited water source that we're going to use for this. Let's take you, and also, before I head over and start configuring this, one thing that I think I'm going to add to our setup is steam dynamos. These work in our setup quite nicely because not only do we already have an unlimited source of water, but we also have an unlimited source of fuel being generated by the fractionating still as a kind of a byproduct. And so I'm thinking if we can go ahead and grab a few of these potentially. We need some copper gears, that is fine. I'll go ahead and grab like 8, as well as some redstone transmission coils. What we can probably do, we only need 4 of these, really. So I'll take 4 of those. I'm going to put 1 of these under each one of the fractioning stills, and my hope is that each one of these will consume all of the excess byproduct and also produce enough power to keep the fractionating still running. I think in actuality, they're probably going to produce more power than is required to keep the fractionating still running. For example, if we go ahead and place this guy down like so, and then quickly using our crescent hammer, rotate this to face upwards towards... that's going to be a problem, right? Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the dynamos cannot receive items on the front like that. They can't receive items on the same face that they output power to. Let me quickly grab my favorite item in the game so far, that being the Spectre Coil here. And let me quickly throw it onto that one fractioning still just to get the ball rolling and just to get our first few bits of the name of which I've forgotten. What's the byproduct we get here when we use resin? Resin. What is the byproduct? We end up with rosin. Of course. So we have a 50% chance to get rosin, which is quite high. And my idea here is that we would output some of that rosin, or all of that rosin even, into our steam dynamo. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can't output into the top side of this. If that's the case, we might have to do... Yeah, see, that's not going into there. But I think if I rotate this... It will not go into... Really? I really thought that would go in. Let me get it to, like, face down real quick. Does that work? That also doesn't work. Let me quickly check this again. You can put this... It does say you can put that into the... Wait, did that work? Oh, it did work. Okay, so that worked. But I'm fairly certain that if you do it this way, it won't work. I'm going to hold off just a second here, because if this does work, that's going to be great. It's going to mean that we just can produce power effortlessly. But if it doesn't work, we're going to have to get a bit more of a complicated system going. There's an augment that lets you do that? Really? What is the name of that augment? Because I would be very much so interested in said augment. Cypher Din. Cypher Din, is that right? Welcome, my friend. Thank you, and apologies again for the mispronunciation there. Why not a nether star generator? I don't really think we have enough in the way of nether stars right now to set up a nether star generator. So yeah, this doesn't work. You can't output directly into the face of the steam dynamo there. But apparently, I'm being told by my experts in the Twitch chat that a transmission coil ducting, this one right here, allows insertion and extraction through the coil. And so if we make one of these real quick, which is actually super easy, we should then be able to go ahead and automatically output the byproduct, the rosin, into the steam dynamo, and then pump the power back up into the fractionating still as well, thus kind of having infinite power produced and the tree oil being essentially free, right? We're going to produce more power because the rosin is going to power the machine, and then the tree oil is going to be used to produce excess power on top of that, essentially creating free power for us, which would be pretty nice indeed. Also, Dracula 2000 has subscribed for 3 months in a row with Twitch Prime. Flippin' heck, man, welcome back. Thank you very much indeed for the continued support. It means a whole heck of a lot. Stream more, we need our caffeine. I will, my friend, I will. There'll be another stream, hopefully, tomorrow. Is my plan. I want to stream tomorrow, and I want to stream on Sunday. And then I don't know when the stream after that's going to be, but we will figure it out. So let's go ahead and quickly grab one of these transmission coils. And I'm hoping that we have slots available in our dynamo. I can't quite remember how the slot system works when it comes to dynamos here, but yeah, we need to... Oh, is it the same as every other system, I guess? Do we need to get an invar upgrade before we can go ahead and put anything into our dynamo? Does that mean that I have to go ahead and grab an... Is it invar upgrade? Is that what it's called? No? Upgrade. It is... Oh, it's a hardened upgrade kit, right? Hardened? No. Upgrade kits. Ah, this guy right here, the hardened upgrade kit. It is. So, those shouldn't be too bad. We do need bronze gears. Do I have any bronze? We don't. That does mean we are going to have to use the I was going to say smeltery, but I guess actually we can just go ahead and get some copper, get some tin, and throw both of those into the induction smelter, right, to my right here. That'll probably be a bit faster, depending on whether or not we have enough power to keep it going. I think we do. So I'll throw that in there. I'll get rid of this electrum and also do a bit of an inventory dump here. We've got a bit too much stuff at the moment. We don't need to be carrying all of that around. Also, I should probably look at making some of these machines a little bit faster here. But if I'm not mistaken, you do get 4 bronze at a time from this. And so once we get this first process done, we should be able to make a gear right away. We can. Good stuff. So let's go ahead and quickly craft up one of those. And then hopefully go ahead and craft up a Hunt upgrade kit. Nice. So, now if we go ahead and don't drop the Redstone crystals on the floor, and instead throw down the hardened upgrade kit, please give me these back, thank you, and instead throw down the hardened upgrade kit onto our dynamo over here, like so, we can then go ahead and throw in the transmission coil ducting augment that we have. That will then allow all of the rosin to be moved from the fractionating steel down and into the steam dynamo, and then if we go ahead and get water pumped into the steam dynamo from the sink, it should then begin to produce an unlimited amount of power for us, continually powering the fractionating steel and producing power infinitely, which would be quite nice. So, what I am thinking here, my sensitivity feels like, it feels like it's going, like, what is that? Like, it feels like it's kind of increasing sometimes. That's very weird. But anyway, don't you have the ender upgrades? We do, but you have to stagger them. You have to put in the first upgrade before the second one, and then the second before the third, and the third before the fourth. You can't just jump straight to the ender upgrades. At least I don't think you can, unless that's been changed at some point recently. So, server lag notwithstanding here, my plan is to throw down the sink basically right about here, kind of underneath the center of the whole setup, which is not where that is. The center is a little bit further back here. I'm going to throw this guy down right about there, and then we're going to pull from this and distribute water to all of the dynamos in the system, right? So all we need to do for that is grab a laser, put it there, get another laser, put it right about here, and then if you right-click on this one, I also do kind of want to get a compass. You can use a compass to modify the way in which these lasers work, because I do want to do a little bit of tweaking here just to make the system a little bit more streamlined. Essentially, by default, fluid can move in both directions through a relay, and we don't need that. We don't need any fluid trying to go into the sink. Like, that's not going to matter at all. We just want to be able to pull out of the sink. I'm not entirely certain if this is necessary, and part of me is almost fairly certain that it's not, but we can come down here, we can right-click this, and only pull out of adjacent blocks, and then on this one, we can go ahead and set this to only into adjacent blocks. That way, if we go ahead and right-click here, and right-click here, fluid now should be being transferred from the sink over and into the steam dynamo. It is indeed. Redstone flux is being produced, 60 redstone flux per tick, being pumped up into the fractioning still, which is only using 20 redstone flux per tick. And so in general, you can see already this is not really the most optimal of setups. I guess in the future, we should really look towards utilizing that power elsewhere. You know, maybe also pumping this up into the leadstone energy cell. I guess that wouldn't really be too hard to do, right? Like, if we just move this down by 1, we could, or maybe down by 2, we could probably make that work. Yeah, I think that will. So essentially, this is going to be the setup. We're going to do the same thing here on every single dynamo. You know, for example, this one right here. All we're going to do for this one is put down another laser like so. We're then going to pull from here into here, and again we can go ahead and set this to only into adjacent blocks. So now this one is receiving water, and then finally the last straw there will be to transfer power or transfer the tree oil. Sorry, I can't even speak. The final step here will be to transfer the tree oil from the fractionating still over and into the compression dynamo. Now for that, I don't know if I want to get another laser. Like, we could just do this and then transfer. That should transfer if we set the front here to... oh, you can't set the front to an output. That is interesting. I think you can go through blocks, though, and so I think if we do this and this, that totally does work, although it does look a bit weird. And then if we set the back of that to be an output as well, that will begin transferring all of that tree oil out and into the compression dynamo, which is also going to produce that 40 redstone flux per tick. I don't know really how I feel about how this looks. Like, I don't love having the the laser through the floor there. I think it might end up looking a little bit nicer if we kind of make a second laser and put it here on the side of the dynamo. Or maybe even I don't really think we can pull out of the bottom of the dynamo here. What we could potentially do is have power coming into the back of all of these. Yeah, I think that could work. All right, let's do a little bit of work here on trying to make this look a little nicer, shall we? And try and get this all up and running. Upgrade the fractionating still to use 60. We totally could do that. Yeah, that's definitely something we could do. It would just, I guess, burn through it faster, right? The thing is, I don't know if we need to. Like, I don't think we're producing so much in the way of resin that we need that much. Right? Maybe? You can just craft bronze? Do we have that in the pack? The ability to craft bronze? I always forget that bronze is craftable. But let's see here. Leadstone flux duct. Give me a few more of these. So what I'm thinking here, my main goal at this point is trying to make it look nice. Like, getting this up and running shouldn't be too bad. Do we not? Are we missing something here? Oh, no, we've got it. We've got it. The server's just being a little laggy. That's fine. Yeah, there's the lag spike. Yep. So we got the leadstone flux duct. We are going to need some more fluid laser relays. We'll get those in just a second. But essentially, what I am thinking here, chat, is that if we... I think it could look quite cool having... If we get rid of this temporarily, and we move this as well temporarily, and we have like leadstone flux ducts kind of coming up and into this like so, right? And then we cover these in the floor, like we put a cover over that so that you can't see the pipe going down. It just pumps in like that. I think that could look pretty cool, personally. Kind of adds to the room as well. And it also frees up the bottom of the fractioning still to transfer liquids back and forwards. So the Stoneworks factory is forgotten? No, my friend. The Stoneworks factory is the second half of the stream, my friend. The Stoneworks factory is the next part of the stream. That's episode 2. Oh my goodness. I'm getting a bit of a cough. I don't know if it's because my voice has gotten so used to not streaming recently, but my cough is making an appearance again. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm going to get a drink of water real quick. Hey Isaac, how you doing? By the way, you can call me Sam. Hey Sam, how's it going? I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well, all things considered. How about placing the steam dynamo on the back? We totally could. The only thing, like, personally right now, my thought process is that I kind of want to try and harness the power that the steam dynamo is producing and pump it into the leadstone energy cell. Like, I want to have it as a supplementary source of power, right? And so what I'm thinking is if we get rid of this sink here, and also kind of just clear out a bit of space here real quick, what I'm thinking is we move the sink down by 1 block like so, and then we have more leadstone energy conduits kind of running like this, right? And then across and along and connecting up to the steam dynamos, wherever they might be. I guess, the next problem, I guess, that we're going to face is the fact that we have to pump the items into the steam dynamo, right? Like, we have to get the item out of the still and into the dynamo. And to do that, like, it works really well when it's adjacent to it. It works less well when it's not, right? My thought process here is that I want to be able to have a laser here, not there, and here, like that, so I can transfer, and then also, you know, like here or something like that, so we can transfer water and also tree oil into the dynamo, right? Now, right now, that's proving a little difficult. What we might be able to do, because we can't put this here. We need to have the dynamo here. We could put the dynamo on the back. That would work. I don't think it'd look as cool as this, but this isn't going to work at this point in time. So let me see here. If I get the dynamo, we put it like that. I guess that totally, yeah, that totally would work, right? Like, we can rotate this to face the dynamo, to face the fractioning still even, sorry, like so. And then as long as the back is an output and we put in the augment, do I need to, oh no. Do I need to re-upgrade this? Oh no, I've put down the wrong one. I'm a fool. I am a fool. I have not placed down the correct one. My mouse is really playing up today. It's getting like some weird, like, speed issues. Why not keep it under, but still use the lasers to transfer power as well? I don't think transferring power is the issue. End-IO conduits would solve the issue, but I don't want to use End-IO conduits because I use them all the freaking time. Which dynamo is upgraded? It's this one. So if we put this here and we rotate it, I think this will work. I think this will definitely work. Rotate that to face into the still, like so. Please give me my dynamo back. Thank you. And then set this to output in the back, which is done. And then make sure that we've got lasers on the bottom, like this and like this. And I think that should work just fine because then we can go ahead and set this to only into, and then this one's going to be only out of. And then we want to say, it's going to be a bit janky. Chat, it's going to be a little bit janky. But we're going to pull the water out of here. This one's going to be only out of adjacent blocks. We're going to pull from here into the dynamo. We're then going to pull out of the fluid laser relay, out of the still here, this one, into the dynamo, like so. So that's going to pull out of adjacent blocks, and this one I want to be into adjacent blocks, like so. Then we're going to also pull water out of here and into there. So now the water is going from here into the dynamo and also into the other dynamo, and the tree oil is being pulled out of the fractioning still over and into the compression dynamo. And finally, I think we actually have a setup that is going to work. We're producing power, and that is being sent through over into here, and of course being sent across and over into the main area and for all of our machines to use. We are still wasting a bit of power here. As mentioned before, we could go ahead and upgrade our fractioning still to make it faster and to make it use more power, at which point we could maybe look into putting down more compression dynamos. At that point, it really depends on whether or not we are producing enough resin to be able to keep up with it. Of course, we could go ahead and increase the amount of resin that we're producing, but really, I want this to be kind of like an early game source of power. I don't want to just extend the system out to be producing, you know, 10,000 redstone flux. I don't want that many spruce trees in my area here. And so, all I'm going to do here real quick, chat, is just go ahead and replicate this on all four sides, right? We want to have this on all of the sides so that all of the dynamos are producing power, all of the fractioning stills are online, and everything is kind of just running smoothly, ideally. Oh, gosh. Do you have mouse acceleration on in Windows? I don't think I do. I think it's a weird issue that I have with my... we can get rid of these as well now. Oh, gosh. I think it's an issue with my CPU and overclocking. This is not... It's a weird story, chat, but I'm on a different PC to the one that I've been streaming on recently. This is the PC that's had the mouse issues for quite some time. And I think it's a CPU issue. I think my CPU, the way I've, like, overclocked it... I think it doesn't like it, or like Windows doesn't like it or something. I don't know. But anyway, it's not a problem for you guys to worry about. We do, however, need to get 3 more of these hardened upgrades so we can upgrade our machines again. What are the decorative blocks you placed into the walls? These are factory blocks. Move the overclock. If I move the overclock, then the CPU is not fast enough to run Minecraft well. It's like a 3 gigahertz CPU. It's a 5960X. These ones right here are factory blocks from Chisel. Just chiseled to look like this. If I turn on terrain animation, they do move, which I think is quite nice. But I'm just going to go ahead and turn those off because they do really reduce the frame rate. But yeah, if I turn the overclock off, then it doesn't run... It doesn't run, like, the Minecraft is very focused on single-threaded performance, which I know is why everyone's here, right? Everyone in the Twitch chat's like, flipping, I gotta go watch Isaac's stream so I can learn about single-threaded performance. Hardened upgrade kit. This is the one I'm after. But yeah, so that's why. Don't worry, I've got a plan. I'll fix it. I will fix it. For now, give me 12 bronze, which thankfully we can craft, which is very nice indeed. And also, there's no reason you wouldn't craft it because the crafting recipe is the same cost as every other recipe, right? It costs the same to craft it as it does to put it in the induction smelter. We are, however, missing 2 invar. This is a situation where it's going to make more sense for us to grab some iron and some nickel and throw both of those into the induction smelter real quick. That's not what I want to do at all, but I guess now we've accidentally upgraded that, and I guess that's fine. Throw in some iron, throw in some nickel. That'll do, I guess. We're going to need even more in the way of upgrades now. Look in the mailbox, Isaac. I will do. Do not fear. It is my plan is to look in there. That's awesome, Isaac. Yeah, I really like the... Are you talking about the factory block? I think it looks pretty cool. I was originally going to try and use the big fans, like the big 2x2 fans. But unfortunately, the way the fans work is you have to have them in a certain position in the world. Like you can't rotate them. And this didn't line up correctly. Like the fans could either be here or here. Couldn't be here. And so I ended up going with these ones. I think they work quite nicely. They look nice with the golden pipes. The gold pipes look awesome too. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's one of the reasons why I like using these Buildcraft pipes, right? They're inefficient. You know, they're not as fast or as, you know, multifaceted as some of the other pipes in the pack. But I think they look cool. I think they look nice. You know, you're seeing your liquid being pumped around, seeing items being pumped around like these things here. I think it looks cool, right? So let me grab some of this Invar. Let's see about getting a few more of these real quick. I am going to have to make another gear, right? Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Give me another bronze gear. Give me another Invar. There we go. Nice. Another upgrade kit. Okay. Okay. So, we'll upgrade you. We'll upgrade you. And we'll upgrade you. So, those are all now ready. We do need 3 more of those coil augments. Hey, Ingram Linkman. How's it going? Welcome back, my friend. Welcome. What is that augment called? Did it say coil? Yeah, it's this one right here. The transmission coil ducting. Sure. Give me 3 of those if you can, game. With a little bit of lead. I'll take a bunch of lead nuggets here. We'll make 19. Sure. And just give me 2 more. Nice. GamingOnCaffeine, what are your plans for this stream? So I want to finish this up here, what I'm doing right now. I want to continue to get all of this set up here ready to go. And then after that, I want to look at setting up the StoneBlock factory. So we're going to get into a little bit in the way of industrial foregoing. We're going to try and get, of course, the plastic production up and running. And then try and get some pink slime through a slaughterhouse. Try and get StoneBlock factory. And then after that StoneBlock factory, maybe look at using the energy field projector. This thing looks pretty cool. Provider even. I had to tinker with this between streams and it looks pretty interesting. So that's kind of my plan right now. But temporarily, all I'm doing is just kind of fixing up this setup over here. So, did I use like 4 lasers for this one dynamo here? I think I did, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I'm going to need like 12 more lasers, I think. Which means at the very least 12 more obsidian. Is that wireless power the energy field gen? It is, yeah. So it's kind of wireless power, but only for industrial foregoing machines. Like you can't use it on any particular machine. I'll show you how it works when we set it up, but essentially it does allow for wirelessly transferring power to other machines from that mod, which I think is going to be pretty cool. It's going to work quite nicely with our Stoneworks factory. Hopefully. Add making a mobile interface for your storage scanner to the list. I'm probably not going to make the mobile interface for the storage scanner. Like, I'll probably jump into, like, Applied Energistics or Refined Storage before then. So, I'm quite happy with the storage scanner right now. While it would be quite nice to use it wirelessly. That does remind me, actually, one of my other plans is to make a... I think I might make a Colossal chest. Does the Colossal chest, or should I say, is the Colossal chest scannable with the storage scanner? Like, if I put a Colossal chest, like, here, can the storage scanner see what's in there? If so, oh boy. We can just have one giant Colossal chest. Oh, it is scannable. Oh, I love it. I love it. Because, like, if that's scannable, which apparently it is, I can rip TPS. If that's scannable, you know, we could just dump all of our stuff in there, right? Is the Colossal chest laggy? I have no idea, my friend. I have no idea. I'll probably set one up, but if it does prove laggy, we'll probably we probably won't have it for that long. I'll probably only have it whilst we work on getting an AE system up and running, right? So how many of these do I need? I need 1, 2, I need 6. And then I also need 3 of you, which means a bunch more golden nuggets. And then finally a few more in the way of advanced coils. Nice. Okay. So I should get there's 12 more of those. And then we're just going to throw those down on here. And jobs are good. You'd be better off with a 5x5 of tier 2 storage crates hidden in the floor. Yeah, but droid, what you don't get every time is that a Colossal chest looks cooler than hidden drawers. Like, I can put a Colossal chest in its own room and make it look cool. It's a giant chest. like a gigantically massive chest. It looks cool. We also don't need this anymore. We can get rid of these leadstone flux hooks here. Those are no longer necessary. And then we can throw you there. And I think that's... Oh, no, I need that one there as well, of course. Right, yeah. Sure. So, compass. This one is out. This one is in. This one is out. This one is in. So, laser wrench and you into you, you into you, you into you. And I think that's jobs are good. Right? Power being produced. Is this set up correctly? It is. It's not getting power, though. It does need a bit of a kickstart. That's fine. We can go ahead and throw some of this rosin in there. That's not a problem. Giant chest, all right. I'm going to make it, chat. Don't you worry. Make the colossal chest. It's on my list of things to do. It is on my list of things to do, especially now that I know that it's scannable from the storage scanner. I'm definitely going to put that there. Make a diamond one? Man, you know I will. You know I will. I don't know if I have to make this bottom bit here an output, but I will do. There we go. And also I have to make the back an output. That's for sure. So it can actually output the rosin there. We'll also change these to be just outputs as well, like that. And then whilst I'm waiting to see if that works, we can do the same thing over here. How many hours have you played in this pack? The answer is kind of too many. I think I've played like 35 hours or something like that. Let's have a look here. Leaderboards, time played. I haven't played 159 hours, but I have played 29 hours in this pack. I don't have 29 hours worth of progress to show for that, but I have played 29 hours, apparently, according to the in-game statistics. But I mean, who believes statistics anymore, right? Okay, you need to be out and in and water into you and water into you. I really do love the way these lasers look. I think they look really cool. I love it. We need to use more of these. Like I'm definitely going to use these for item transfer or for power transfer in the future because they look so cool. I love it. I love it. Oh, is the server restarting? Oh, okay. Of course. All right, that's fine. Okay, we'll take a second then. Item transfers with lasers is awful. We might just use it for power then. Who knows? I love the sound the giant chest makes when you open it. Oh, it's so good. I remember when Nick and I first made our first colossal chest in Sky Factory 3, and just hearing that really deep, really like majestic chest opening sound for the first time. Oh, so good. So good. It requires item interface blocks and lasers. Yeah, I think I've seen. We did play with it in Age of Engineering. Item transfers with actual lasers. It's not the most. It's not the best, but hey. I think I'm at the lowest time played. Just started on Monday. One of the best episodes, and you hooked it up to A2, and it went very wrong. Oh. If the mouse issue is overclock related and BIOS changes don't work, try reinstalling drivers for the mouse, but seems reinstalling Windows is the most reliable fix after the options don't work. I've tried, like, this issue has persisted through multiple Windows reinstalls. Like, I reinstall Windows maybe like 3 times a year. Just because, like, my PC gets real bogged down. But the mouse issue has kind of been forever. I think it's just a CPU issue. It's a fairly old CPU now. You know, I've had it for a good couple of years, and I've been working that thing to the bone. Like, it's overclocked quite aggressively, and it's been running, like, almost 24/7 for multiple years now, so, yeah. But that's fine. My other system has an 8700K in it, and that doesn't have any issues. It's just a problem with me using this particular PC, which hopefully I won't, this particular CPU, which hopefully I won't be using too much more going forward. I can't figure out the item transfer. Yeah, it's a bit fiddly. I'm using Windows 10. Oh gosh, I need some water. XP version 3. Yeah, I'm running Windows Vista. I just find it's got the best interface, you know? What mouse do you have? I have the Razer Mamba Tournament Edition, I think. Oh, it's a wireless wired combo. I'm not using it wirelessly. Isaac, stop dying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been trying to fix this mouse issue for years. I remember playing Project Ozone 2 and having similar mouse issues, so it's been a while. It's not too big of a problem. It's just occasionally, like, it gets that weird acceleration bit there, like that weird jutter. It's odd. Why can I not... Oh, there's a laser there. Okay, sure. Sure. All right, we're almost done with this setup, though, guys. We just need to throw down a few more lasers, and we are good to go. And then we can move on to the next part of the stream. Has mouse... It's not the mouse, though, is the thing. It's not the mouse that's the problem. It's the mouse works fine on a different system. It's the system, it's the CPU that's the problem, right? I haven't had this issue in forever, right? More lasers. Yeah, of course. Here we go. So you are in, you are out, you are in, you are out. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Okay, so I think that's pretty much everything done, dusted, and ready to go. Let's plop out of here. I'm gonna... Don't want to fill the... Yeah, let's fill the floor in. Again, I might change that at some point to put maybe like a bit of glass in so you can kind of see the lasers, but I feel like that might be more work than is necessary. I think we can put lasers elsewhere in the base to make it look cool. Oh, gosh. Don't die, Isaac. Okay, so the back of you needs to be output. We're going to need to put some rosin in here just to kickstart the system. Kapow. That should begin producing a bit of power. Get this thing online, start producing rosin, and then kickstart the whole system into working, which is nice. That one is already working, of course. And then the same thing here. Make the buck of that an output, like so. Put in some rosin. Nice. Do lasers go through blocks? They do indeed, yeah. So you could put the laser like on the back of here and it will transfer through the blocks just fine. It's quite nice like that. A little annoyed that you can kind of see through that there. It's not a big issue, but I really wish we could kind of cover that with some kind of facade. Like we can do... Oh, there's also a laser there as well, right? So we can't really fix that. I think in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be fine. Make the bottoms output too, Isaac. Do I need to make the bottoms output for the lasers to pull from them? I will do. Just in case I do have to do that, but I have a feeling that I might not have to do that. Although, I am uncertain. But there we go. So this is receiving tree oil. This should soon start to receive tree oil once this thing gets a little bit faster. Oh, do you not... Okay, so the problem with this one is it didn't get enough rosin. I do wonder, like this, the dynamos do produce more power than this needs. They produce triple the amount of power. But then at the same time, there's only a 50% chance that a rosin ball is produced with every cycle. And so I think that they should get enough rosin balls to keep the system going. But there is the possibility, eventually, that it might not work. This looks cool, I'm not going to lie. Thank you. I think it does. One thing that I think I might change is I might put some like real thin covers on the roof, or maybe like we could chisel and bit it, I guess, but maybe some covers on the roof so that it's not just dirt. You know, maybe try and make it look a little nicer potentially. But I think for the most part, it's looking good. It's looking nice. That's really all that I'm interested in, right? Like I've set up so many power systems in the past before. I really just want to make them cool and interesting to me, at least. Whether or not you think they're cool is a different question. Oh boy. Purple on the roof, that could look cool. But, long story short, we are now, for the first time in a long time, actively producing a surplus of power, right? We're no longer in a deficit. We're no longer solely reliant on a Spectre coil. I guess, for the time being, where is my Spectre coil? It's right there. For the time being, we can take this off, and I guess maybe just put it on like the bottom of this, maybe? Although, I think what I might do temporarily... because right now we don't have another flux plug, and so again, still power is not being given to that magma crucible over there, which means a lot of our ingots are not being made. And so all I'm going to do very briefly here is just take this guy. I will go ahead and throw down another leadstone flux duct here just to make sure that the atomic reconstructor continues to receive power. But I'm just going to put the energy cell on the other side of the base here. Just going to throw this down like right about there and throw down the Spectre coil again just to make sure that everything over on this side continues to receive power, because right now I don't think we're sifting gravel, and I think that's because of the fact that we weren't receiving any power. Like there's no power in there. I'm hoping that by putting this back down it should kickstart the system again, although maybe I need to set these to output correctly. Oh no, this looks like it's maybe working. Orange is output, right? Like so. Are you ill, Isaac? I don't think so. But I might be becoming ill. Like, I think it's just my voice getting used to talking so much again. The effort you put into that is amazing. I like to, like I say, I wanna try and make things look nice, right? A lot of my bases for the longest times have been very dull, and so I really want to try and make a base that looks nice. You know, I want to try and make setups that look cool and bases that look nice. That's my goal, and also systems that work, even if they're a little inefficient. Can you make glass doors? Let's have a look. Glass door. No, I don't think so. Maybe. So now that we have this system up and running, now that we're actually actively producing power, which is quite nice, let's start working on a little bit of industrial foregoing. So the first thing that we're going to have to do, the thing that we're trying to work towards, is the StoneWorks factory. This thing right here is a really cool block that all on its own can produce cobblestone, and then if you want, it can turn that cobblestone into stone, it can turn it into sand, gravel, dust, glass. You can produce all kinds of stuff using the StoneWorks factory. It's actually kind of an OP block in and of itself. It's really cool. But to make it, we do need to get ourselves 2 plastic, a crafting table, an iron pickaxe, a furnace, some form of machine block. It doesn't look like it matters which mod you take the machine block from. Like, we can use the one from Thermal Expansion, we can use the one from Ender.io, which we're not going to do because it requires those grains of infinity, even though we do have it. I think the cheapest one is probably going to be this one right here, the machine case from Tesla Core, because it's just some wood, some iron, and a redstone block. Pretty simple stuff. 1 bucket of water, 1 bucket of lava, and then finally 1 pink slime ball. The pink slime ball is the hardest part of the whole setup here, because to get that pink slime ball, you have to kill mobs using the slaughterhouse, this one right here, from industrial foregoing. That will produce, I believe, meat as well as pink slime. I think it has 2 outputs. At least that's how it used to be when the mod was Mine Factory Reloaded. And so to make this, we need a bunch of different tools, including some iron axes, 2 iron swords, again, another machine frame of some description, redstone, gold gear, and 2 plastic. Now, plastic is kind of the hardest part of that craft there, requiring that we go through and smelt some dry rubber. Dry rubber can be made from tiny pieces of dry rubber, and those can be made as an output from the latex processing unit. This one is one of the only machines from industrial foregoing that doesn't require plastic, because it's used to make plastic. To make this, we need 4 iron, 1 redstone, 1 iron gear, 1 machine casing, again, of some description, 2 furnaces, which shouldn't really be all too hard for us to do in here. And that should allow us to start looking to make some form of latex. Now, I think we also need a tree sucking machine that I can't remember the name of. It's this one right here, the tree fluid extractor. That will allow us to extract latex from trees, and then we can pump that latex into the latex processing unit, which will then allow it to produce dry rubber, which we can then use to make the plastic for all of those other machines. So the first question is, do we have what it takes? Thankfully we do, to make that right away. And then, do we also have what it takes to make the latex processing unit? Hopefully the answer is yes. It is not. We're missing 2 redstone, and by that I mean normal furnaces, which should be easy enough to craft. We're also missing a machine casing. Again, I'm going to go with this one for now. I think it's probably the easiest of the bunch to craft. And then we also need 1 iron gear, which again is super easy if the server keeps up with you and you can click the recipe, please. Could I? There we go. Kapow. Nice. Okay, give me 1 of these. And then give me the latex processing unit. Maybe? Oh, no, I need to, of course, I need to switch that up. Kapow! Nice. Okay, so, I'm fairly certain that both of these machines do require power. Now, once again, we're kind of in a situation where we do have power here, but we're going to have to find a place to put these machines. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put them. For the time being, though, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place them down over here. Right? Temporarily, of course. But if we put down the tree fluid extractor, like so, and I think I'm going to have to rotate that because I need this side here, so give that a quick rotate. Yeah, it does work nice. Do these need power? Maybe this doesn't need power, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, it totally doesn't. Nice. But I'm fairly certain that the latex processing unit does need power, and so having that there is going to make life a little easier. And essentially, all you have to do here, chat, is throw down any form of wood in front of that tree fluid extractor, and it will begin to suck the latex, suck the juice out of that wood, and turn it into latex. Look at that. We're getting a few millibuckets at a time of latex. Now, all we need to do is transfer that latex from the tree fluid extractor over into the latex processing unit. To do that, we might as well go ahead and use the freaking lasers that we've been using up until now. So let's go ahead and quickly craft up another one of those. That does mean I'm going to need a little bit more in the way of obsidian. I know I should have freaking automated obsidian at the start of the stream here. It would have made my life so much easier at this point in time. But let's just quickly get a few more of these. Don't burn the whole place down. That's side objective number 1, is to not burn the whole place down. Laser. What am I missing here again? Oh my goodness, we need so many of these. Okay, thankfully, this isn't too bad. Nice. Oh gosh. Keep coughing. I muted myself that time, but... oh boy. Okay. So yeah, now we've got... we didn't need to make these lasers here. We could have used like fluid ducts or something because we're not moving that much fluid. But let's take these fluid laser relays. We'll throw one there, and again, just link them up like so. That should begin to then move the latex over into the latex processing unit. We might have to set this to be in and out. Does that work? I might also... Oh, no, it totally works. Yeah, there we go. So we are producing latex. I think water is also a byproduct that we need here to make this work. So it actually works out quite nicely that we do have the sink down here, because all I have to do is this, and it will just set up a temporary laser that that sends water up to the latex processing unit. Of course, we will disconnect that when I move this setup somewhere else, but we are now producing tiny pieces of dry rubber, albeit fairly slowly. And of course, as mentioned before, we can then go ahead and craft those up into actual dry rubber and then smelt them into plastic sheets, which we can then use to make all of the different kinds of machines from Industrial 4 going. And so now, really, it's just a case of waiting for that to be taken care of. Whilst we do wait for it, though, we can go and take a look at setting up our first slaughterhouse. This guy right here. Again, we are going to need that plastic, but we can go ahead and make a couple of the items required before we do it. And then I should also go and turn the mob farm back on pretty soon, so we can actually get this up and running as well. Now, I don't know how much power this thing uses. I'm kind of thinking I might have to, once again, move my Spectre Coil if I am going to get this to work. But really, I kind of want to do away with moving my Spectre Coil. But at the same time, I also don't want to have to... I don't want to make too many of the flux plugs and have those anywhere. I don't want to solely rely on wirelessly transferring power like that.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Peluso? HD? Apologies if I mispronounced your name there, my friend. But thank you very much indeed for the Twitch Prime subscription. This support means a whole heck of a lot. Feel free to use those emotes in the Twitch chat. Peluso? Peluso? I think that's right. Hey, Pixel, how's it going, man? Welcome. The mailbox, of course. Okay, so let's, whilst we wait for the plastic, let me quickly dump a little bit of my inventory here, and let's take a look at my mailbox, because it's been a little while since the last stream, and the amount of mail in my mailbox has stacked up quite a bit. So much so that I had to make a kind of auxiliary mailbox here. Like, I've had to set up a secondary mailbox to account for all the mail, right? We got so many. First of all, 7,000 Razor sent me 9 letters. So that was one mailbox filled up. And since then, the mailbox, I think, has almost filled up again. It has filled up again fully. So let's open this up and let's freaking take a look at what people have sent me in the mail. Hopefully, nothing too scary. So the first one here is from 7,000 Razor again. Let's take a look. He has sent me a piece of Spam from Industrial Meat, which I guess is tasty. We'll see how that tastes. The next one's from Earleater. Earleater? Yeah, Earleater. He has sent me a pizza, definitely without pineapples. That's it's a subpar pizza in my mind, but you know what? It's not bad. It's not bad, but pineapple on pizza is also delicious. Who is this one from? This one's from Night Crusade. Night Crusade has sent me a Kappa pick, which is not too hard to make, actually, but a very useful pick that has a ton of durability. Unfortunately, you can't vein mine stone, and so it's still, I don't know what we're going to use that for. But it's cool. A storage terminal. This terminal can be retrofitted with a storage control screen module so you can access your storage scanner. How the heck does this work? I'm intrigued, though. I'll take that real quick. We've got a storage control screen module. We've then also got a Steadfast Princess and a Chance Cube. I will check those out in the future. the chance cube that is, and also the freaking bees that people keep sending me. I've received 10 heart canisters and 10 spectre coils. I'm not going to take those. That feels like a bit too much. Brasmolder 03. But thank you nonetheless. I don't know where to put these. I'm going to put these like over in the bottom section here. Specifically the spectre coils. I might take the heart canisters. Those seem interesting. The redstone is also too much. I don't have a redstone issue anymore, but thank you, illegitimate. But for the redstone there, a ton of chickens. I, of course, cannot take these. That would be far too cheaty, but illegitimate again. That's way too many 10, 10, 10 chickens. Holy heck. Jeez. And then what do we have here? We've got Tullo Tubby. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. He sent me some humanoid flesh. Sure. Maybe take a chomp on that. Who else is this from? This is also from Tullo Tubby. It's a black bow tie. Do we have one? We do. Nice. And then finally, before we get to the 7,000 razor letters, we also have Earleater, who sent me a pink slime and a mob imprisonment tool. Again, thank you. I'm not going to take that one just because I do want to actually get my own pink slime for future use. But anyway, and then what is in these? Are these ones? Oh, it's more spam. Oh, this is spam mail. I get it. It's spam mail. I have received a ton of freaking spam mail from 7,000 razor. I like it. I like it. Spam. Does it feels amazing, man? It does. Okay. At first I just thought, you know, he sent me some spam in the mail. All right. Is the spam tasty? I can't eat it yet. That's fine. I'm intrigued as to how this storage scanner works. It's not super expensive, so I don't mind taking it here. How in the world does this thing work? Storage scanner out of range. There was a storage scanner right there, though. Is the thing? Close enough, Isaac. Close enough. Is that from the for the pronunciations? How in the world does that? It's owned by Night Crusade. I don't know if that makes a difference. This terminal can be retrofitted with a storage control screen module, so you can access a storage scanner. Do I need to like pull this out and then like right click it on my module? Maybe sneak right click on a storage scanner. Of course. I thought so. Storage scanner module is set to storage scanner. So is this like a does this give me the ability to access my storage scanner from like another location? Like for example, if I put this down here, can I then access? Oh, I totally can. Nice. So I can kind of access my storage scanner from further away. I really like that. That's cool. That's super cool. So like we can have one storage scanner near our storage and then access it remotely from a different location. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I like it.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Stormpix as well. Thank you very much indeed, my friend, for the Twitch Prime subscription. This part means a whole heck of a lot. Feel free to use your emotes in the Twitch chat. Thank you very much indeed, my friend. You can store that in your inventory, very cheap. Oh, you mean like accessing it wirelessly in my inventory? Sure. But also, like, this is cool as well. Oh boy. Nick is such a goon. He is a kind of a goon. How are we doing in terms of latex? So the way this works as well, by the way, is that it does slowly but surely break the wood. And so if you want to automate this system, you would have to continually place down new logs. That is something that I probably will end up doing, just putting that machine down, specifically this one here that doesn't require any power, the tree fluid extractor, putting that down and then having some of the wood from our bonsai pots just automatically and continually being placed down in front of it so that it's constantly producing that latex that is then going to go into the latex processing unit. I'll probably also have this running full-time as well because we do need quite a bit in the way of the dry rubber here to get quite a lot of the machines from Industrial 4 going. But for the time being, now that we've got 2 dry rubber, we should be able to go ahead and smelt that dry rubber in our Inferium furnace here real quick. And once we have that, we should then be able to go ahead and get our mob slaughter factory, at which point we can then start to work towards getting our first pink slime. So let me make sure I think we're missing the gear is all we're missing now. We don't have the iron gear to make this work. So let me quickly craft up an iron gear like so. Replace that with a gold gear real quick. And then I think we've got everything apart from the plastic that we need to make the slaughterhouse here. Also, I should replace the steel casing there with this thing, the machine case, which I thought I had. Is this easy enough to make? It does require steel, which is a little tricky. It's a little tedious to make as opposed to the this one here. This one's a little easier to make. needing just redstone. I'm going to make a few blocks of redstone because I feel like I keep making them in today's stream, and we're making them for so many freaking recipes. So I'll just make a few of these, dump those back in. And so now we should, if I click that one in, right? Maybe that'll work. Yeah, and so now we should be ready to go. Give me that 2 plastic, and then give me a slaughterhouse. Nice. So, if we come over here, and we get rid of the punchy sticks. No, please don't kill me. That would be bad. I have still yet to die, and thus today is not the day that I would like to die. No. Especially at the hand of my own punchy sticks. That would be very bad indeed. So I'm going to put this down right about here. Apparently that is the wrong direction. That's fine. We can rotate it with our crescent hammer, so that it faces inwards towards where the mobs are going to spawn. And we're not spawning a ton of mobs, so I'm not quite sure how quickly this is going to work. But if we rotate this, I don't need to be on this side. If we rotate that to face that way, and we look in here, you'll see that it's got liquid meat and pink slime, I think, are the 2 products it produces. I do wonder, does it produce different liquids, or a different liquid specifically, in that second bar there, if, like, depending on what mod or what mob you attack, like what mob it kills? Maybe? Potentially. But for now, we need the Spectre Coil, which is right about here. I'll take that. This thing is full of power, so that's fine. That should be enough to keep that system running, at least for the course of today's stream. And I'm kind of hoping that this thing here uses less power than the Spectre Coil produces. We will see. Let me get rid of this ferro lantern here. That might take a little, like a hot minute for this to actually fully dissipate, like all of the light. But all we'll do is we'll just go grab some cobblestone, we'll cover all that up, and eventually, at some point in the distant future, we should be able to actually get a pink slime out of that. Again, I'm not quite sure how long that's going to take. It could take quite a while for this to work, but that should be fine. Stop making sense, Droid. What's he saying now? You even have the storage module now? Oh, for the wireless. It's fine, though. Why are you using 9 redstone per machine instead of 4 tin? For what, though? Like, which one? Oh, you mean like here with the machine frame? Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? The machine frame. It's an extra crafting step. You know, like there's so many crafting steps involved in getting the tin gears as opposed to just a block of redstone. And we're not that low on redstone. That's my justification. Well, we're a little low on redstone. We've burned through over half of it in today's stream. So how hot is the minute? It's quite hot. I'm going to leave this open temporarily. I don't know how long it's going to take for this to fully, like, to lose all the light from the ferro lantern. I guess that's kind of the one downside, is that it does take a little while for the light to dissipate. I'm also fairly certain that the mob slaughter factory doesn't actually use, produce any mob drops. So when you kill a mob using the mob slaughter factory, I don't think that mob drops are a thing that we have to worry about. What's its usable range as well, real quick? Let me check. So it does only work in the 1 block in front of it. Thankfully, our vector plates are going to push any mob that spawns right round and into the block in front of the mob slaughterhouse anyway, which is quite nice. We could make some range add-ons for this if we wanted to, but for now, it is not necessary. There's that freaking Enderman again. Gosh dang it. Always in my way. And I guess whilst we wait here, I'm going to take a quick look in the quest books. I think there are, at the very least, like 1 or 2 quests that I haven't yet claimed. It's been a while since we looked in the quest book here, but I think under Mystical Agriculture, we do have one for the Inferium Furnace. Let's go ahead and grab a loot box for that. And then we also, I believe, have one for the Draw Slave that we made a few streams back. We do indeed. Let's go ahead and grab one of those as well. Hopefully something good. We got some stone and some oak wood. Okay, sure. Not really the items that we're necessarily in dire need of right now, but nevertheless. And that one just didn't open. Oh, some more epic bacon. Nice. I completely forgot about epic bacon. How good is... I mean, the spam's pretty good. I mean, the pizza is even better, right? Like, the pizza's so good. It's so filling. Also, I kind of want to eat this humanoid flesh as well. Excuse me? I have become a cannibal. Eat some humanoid flesh. Speed, night vision, jump boost, and strength. Oh boy. Oh jeez. That is quite the boost. Holy heck. Look at the FOV is insane. Like, what is... Oh boy. Like... Oh boy. Oh boy. That's too much. Stop. Stop. End it. Shut it down. Oh, boy. Anyway. How is this doing? Do we have... No, still nothing there? Okay. That's fine. And we can turn that off now. We don't need to view the working area anymore. If we eat people, we become gods. It's like we getting some serious jump boost here. It's crazy. What else did I want to work on? So I'm kind of thinking, I was talking about it with the Twitch chat earlier, and I'm kind of thinking that I want to set up a Colossal chest. For those who don't know, the Colossal chest mod, Colossal, that one there, can't spell apparently. The Colossal chest mod is, as it sounds, a mod that adds gigantic chests to the pack, and I kind of want to set up a gigantic chest and then access that with our storage scanner, because although we're not super low on storage space, all things considered, we've got a little bit left here and there. You know, we've got quite a bit left in the small storage crate here, but eventually we are going to run out of space, and so temporarily, whilst we're in this kind of stage between using the storage scanner and jumping into something like applied logistics, I kind of want to get our first Colossal chest. Now, much like with the Iron Chest mod, for those of you who are familiar with that, you can get multiple tiers of Colossal chests, those being wood, copper, iron, silver, gold, and diamond, and then obsidian. I think a diamond and obsidian are the same. I'm not quite sure. But I think that we can probably get away with going with diamond. Now, what's the max size for a Colossal chest is my next question. Colossal chest max size. This is a question for Google. It looks... I'm being told by the Twitch chat that it's 13 by 13. Can this be corroborated? Isaac, a chest can never be too big. Okay, so 13 by 13 is max size. Please don't. I mean, no, I'm going to build one. I'm going to build one. Again, if it's too laggy, we can take it down, right? If it's people, my server experts are warning me that the lag might be too much, and it might push the TPS over the edge. If that's the case, we'll take it down and we'll move on to a different storage method. But we got to try, right? We got to try. And at the very least, we can just use it to store something else, right? We could just, maybe if we don't connect it to our network. I assume the only thing that makes it laggy is when you connect it to like a storage scanner, maybe? I can't imagine they're that laggy on their own, right? Isaac doesn't need TPS. So how many of these diamond walls then do I need if I'm going to make that big of a Colossal chest? We might not have enough, right? You need 443 walls? Ugh. And it's what, 4 diamonds per wall? So we need what, 870, 868 diamonds to make that work? Is that true? Do we not get... we get 2 walls per thing. Is it not like 800... 800 or what, not diamonds? We've only got 150. And so maybe that's not necessarily the best idea here. What if we start with just like a smaller... Okay, we'll start with a smaller one, just to get the idea down. And then as we get more diamonds, we can expand it to make it bigger. Like, of course, right now, as I mentioned before, we're not sifting gravel, at least not particularly fast. Hopefully, once we get the Stoneworks factory up and running, we'll be able to start sifting gravel a lot faster than we are doing right now, at which point we'll obviously start to get even more diamonds, and then we can, you know, spiral out from there. But temporarily, let's go ahead and make a couple of these, and let's see about making just a small Colossal chest, you know, like a little baby Colossal chest, right? And for that, we need a Colossal chest core, which is a Colossal chest wall and an iron ingot. Easy enough. We need, of course, Colossal chest walls themselves. And then also, I don't think we need a Colossal chest interface. I think this is only if we want to be able to, like, pump into it or pull out of it or use, like, a storage bus or something like that onto it. And so I think for now, that's really all we need is just the core and the walls, right? I think that's all we need. So if we go ahead and craft more of these, will you accept diamond donations for your endeavor? Are we out of diamonds? Have I used them all? Oh boy, there go all of our diamonds. I will accept a few diamonds to the cause. I will only accept them in the form of diamond walls. Like, I will not accept diamonds on their own, but I will accept diamond walls. So I'm thinking, by the way, guys, that what I'll probably do is eventually kind of, because this is a mess over here, right? I'm probably going to get rid of everything here and replace this with another room that is dedicated to our gigantic chest. And then we'll probably also move the mob spawner somewhere else, you know, move the nether portal elsewhere, set up an area for actual grid power generation that's more than 16, because we are going to need it fairly soon. But temporarily, I think we'll build our first colossal chest just somewhere else. This looks like it's working, which is good. Oh, it's dark again at least, which is really all that we can ask for. We do have a little bit of liquid meat, and we've also got 40 millibuckets of pink slime, which is good as well. And so slowly, very, very slowly over time, we will start to get pink slime over there, and hopefully eventually we'll get to 1,000 millibuckets, at which point we should then be able to go ahead and begin to produce... oh, gosh. Oh, boy. At which point we should then be able to go ahead and produce some of the StoneBlock factories. For now, though, let me see here. So can I build like a little baby 3x3 one? Like, does that work? Just temporarily, just to get our first one online? Like, I think, if memory serves me right, like if we do... I don't know if that core has to be in the middle or not. I'm going to place it in the middle just for my own sanity. Can I break this? Oh, it totally works. Look at that. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's an axe job. Okay. I see. It is still quite slow. But sure. You've got mail in an AOL voice. You've got mail. Oh. Oh, boy. Chat. My chest disappeared? It's back. Don't worry about it. All right. Apparently, I have mail. I can't wait to see what we've got in our mailbox. Please open. Oh, look at this. Already so much more mail. Oh, boy. There's too much mail to handle. Okay, let's take a look, shall we? What have we got here? So we've got colossal walls. Sure. We've then also got colossal walls. Who'd have thought? Then also that we've got spam. Who'd have thought? On top of that, we've got more spam. Sure. We've then got even more spam. Why not? Then on top of that, we've got some spam, as well as a little bit of spam. And I think that's about it. So we've got... That's so many of these. Okay, so again, this is not the final resting place of our colossal chest. I will move the colossal chest probably between streams into its own room. You know, I'll do a bit of building, try and make it look nice, and move it into its own space. But just to get the idea down and just to show people what this looks like, I'm going to build our first one here. Before I do that, I would like to... I shouldn't be building out of these because they're so hard to break. I'm just going to put down another lantern, like, up on the roof here. I don't know if... I'm just going to put it there for now. I don't know if that spreads its light all the way down. I hope it does. But hopefully I can vein mine this. DPS 0.1. Are the colossal chests themselves laggy, or is it just when you connect them to a system that it becomes laggy? I feel like the colossal chests on their own are not laggy, right? Yes, the lanterns have good vertical reach. Nice. Okay. Hopefully, give it a second. Give it a second. There we go. Okay, so this is the middle of the room. Yes. So we'll go... Apparently the biggest... the biggest we can go is 13 by 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is this correct? I can go third. That's... Is that... Are we going to have space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, yeah, we are. That's going to be such a freaking gigantic chest. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Oh, boy. Here we go. Give me this diamond wand. Everything is laggy if you try hard enough, Isaac. Nice. Does anyone know how to remove the text in the top left of the screen? I think you just got to remove the mod that adds it. I'm not quite sure which mod that is. This doesn't work. This doesn't... I think I do remember this not working from when Nick and I played. Which is annoying. It means I'm going to have to manually place down every single one of these blocks here. F to pay respects to the server. It'll be... So did I just break those? I did. I just turned them into silver walls somehow? Alright, well... Buckle up, chat. It's gonna be a wild one. I don't know if I have enough... I don't know if I have enough wall for this. Like, thankfully, when you build this chest, it can be built hollow on the inside. Which is nice, I guess. We might have... You know what? If we don't have enough, we can always just crowdsource more, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Yeah, this This is going to take a hot minute to build, but when it does, chat, oh boy, it's so going to be worth it. Crowdfunded chest, yeah. It's a crowdfunded chest. Hold on, F7. So the light's kind of not made its way down there again, yes. I guess when you pick it up, like, it starts to dissipate the light, and then when you place it down again, it once again begins to, like, redistribute that light, and so maybe it takes a minute for it to get down here. But, so we going 13 by 30. I don't think I can go 13 tall, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Like, we can't even go that tall. I think we might go 9 tall for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, clear it out, you have to? You know what? I will. One of the things that I've wanted to do for a little while now, one thing that I'm going to do here on stream so that I can use it off stream, I'm going to build the builder from BC Builders, the Buildcraft builder. Can I not build this? It doesn't exist? Excuse me? I could build the quarry, I guess, from Buildcraft Builders. That could work. BC Builders. I kind of just want to be able to clear out an area. We do have the builder from RF Tools, but the one from RF Tools was like, it didn't work so well. Like, we had issues with that. I mean, I could try it again, but I kind of prefer just like, I don't even, so my main thought here is that, like, the lasers don't believe, like, they don't use redstone flux. I don't know if anyone's tried using the quarry on the server, but, like, if I build a Buildcraft quarry, will it use redstone flux, or will it require me to make, like, 100,000 steam generators in order for it to work? Like, what's the idea there? It works fine if you just don't know how to use it. The shape you set aside of the machine. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give the Buildcraft builder another shot. Okay? Because I want this to work. So, I mean, am I going to give it another shot? Also do a preview? The preview is a good idea. The preview is a very good idea. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, first things first, though, let me, I mean, I've got a lot of buildings. I'm going to start building up what we need to build up, right? Like, there's a lot of building up that needs to be done here first. So let me quickly do that, and then we'll put this other thing at the top and try and dig out a bit of a larger area up. I do want to get this, I do want to figure out and understand how this works, because it's going to make building stuff between streams a lot easier. Like, I spent way too much time digging out this room with my hammer, and also way too much durability on the hammer. Like, I had to keep making alumite to be able to dig this room out, and so it's going to make my life a lot easier if I can dig out rooms with the builder going forward. Isaac, you got mail? All right, I'll check in a second. Don't you worry. Don't you freaking worry. Oh boy, this thing's gonna be pretty big, guys. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. I hope you got your cameras ready. Isn't there a Twitch emote that looks like a camera? It's like T-Tours or something like that. That's what she said. Oh boy, it's gonna be huge. Exactly. It's gonna be so freaking big. There it is, T-Tours. Those are the cameras you need to have ready, chat, okay? If you don't have one of those, I can't build this. What are you doing? We are building a, I believe, oh, let's not die as well whilst building this thing. We are building what I believe to be a max size colossal diamond chest. Is what we're building right now. In a temporary location. We are going to move it in the future, but this is a temporary spot for a maxed size colossal diamond chest. And before he walls himself in. Come on, chat. This is not my first time building, all right? I've done this before. Just make sure you see it, put the builder in the middle of the chest plate. Set the shape card to 13 by 5 by 13 with a displacement of 0. Okay. You might have to retype that in a second, droid. I'll just paste it back in a second. Just use a diamond wand. If you use a diamond wand, it turns your diamond colossal chest walls into silver colossal chest walls. I have tried it. I made a diamond wand, but as soon as you use it, for some reason, I don't know, it's a bug with this mod, but it transforms your your walls into different walls. So, you know, move it in the future, sure. I mean, it's fairly easy to take down, right? Once you put it up, it's just a vein mining job. But I will move it. I will move it. I promise. Okay, so I do need to get down here. I'm fairly certain that's not fatal damage, but just to be safe, I want to keep my... Oh, well, there you go. I want to keep my no deaths record here. So let me go get this freaking Spectre Coil again, shall we? This is getting there. 236 millibuckets of pink slime is no small feat. We're getting there. We're a quarter of the way there, which is nice. Okay, so... Boy, look at this. Look at this thing. Oh, boy. Okay, so... So. We got the quarry, aka the builder. Let's get up here to the center, right? Which is here. I'm pretty sure that this right here is the dead center of all of this. So. I'm going to put the quarry, aka the builder, right about there. Okay, this is so far so good. Get rid of a bit of this here so we can see what we're dealing with when the oh gosh, the lag already. When we view the preview. Redstone on, so visualize. Okay, so we're gonna take this out. Let's see. Just make sure you see. Put the builder in the middle of the chest plate. Set the shape in the card to 13 by 5 by 13. Offset by 0. Oh, this is in the middle of the chest? So this is not what I want, right? I want... Visualize. 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 No. Read again? Not that one? Do I need a different card? Is that what you're saying? What? Not enough power? How is this so difficult to use? Block, solid, 13. Not visualize? What do I need to click in here? Preview? No highlighting. Chat. How? Oh, okay. Okay, I can't walk through this either. Okay. But now I need to offset it up, right? Right? Displacement up by 3, is that correct? Is this correct? I think this is right, right? Like it's up now, and so it's going to dig out. It's going to dig out a huge area, right? It's going to dig out like so much vertically, which we don't really need. But I'm not going to say no to it. Okay, do I need a lever to activate this? He's done it. Yes, thank God. Oh boy, that took a while, but we've got it. We've got it. Okay, so give me a lever. Let's quickly check our mail, which hopefully contains some more diamond walls because we don't have enough right now. So, oh boy. Is this more spam? I swear. Oh no, it's just more diamond colossal chest walls. I love it. Okay, cool. All right, I'll come back to that chest if I need more diamond colossal walls, which I'm almost certain that I will do. But get me up here. Let's turn this on. All right, moment of truth, chat. Does need power, so I'll put down the Spectre Coil. Do I want to? Okay, I probably want to change this, right? How high have we gone here? We've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we only need to go, like, how much higher? This is X, Y, and Z? Oh, is that? No, yeah, that's right. Okay. No, he's already offset for me. That is 5. That is already correct. It's already correct. Go. He did it all for me. He did. He did. It has all been done for me. Oh! Look at that, chat. That's so easy. Flipping, why didn't we use this thing before? Jeez. All right. Give me this back. Should have been using it the whole time, chat. Whole time. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the spam. Sorry, whoever gave me the spam. Razor, the spam is gone. Rest in peace, spam. So, how far? Do we say 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that correct? Oh boy. I better not die here. This is not going to be the job that kills me. This freaking colossal chest. The height is a little worrying. I've just thrown my only source of food away, so I can't really get more of that. You're stuck? We'll figure a way down. I mean, push comes to shove, I can slash home, which is a bit of a cop-out, but should work just fine. Oh, yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be so big. Like, when you think 13 by 13, it doesn't sound so just obnoxiously large, but the room that I'm going to have to build to put this in, like the size of the room that we're going to need to house this thing, is going to be just astronomically large. It's going to be crazy big. So many mobs. Can mobs spawn inside of gigantic cubes? Inside of colossal chests? We have enough here? Yeah, we got more than enough. Alright. So. This is going to have so much space as well. Like, the amount of space in this thing is going to be actually insane. It also takes so long to break. Come on. Please. There we go. Okay, so I think this is the 13th level. I think this is the last level that we need to work on. I believe. So now we need to fill it in, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then the bottom one is 13. Yeah, so this is 13 by 13 by 13. This, I believe, is the maximum size of a colossal chest. Hey, Convinced Gaming, how's it going, man? Welcome. And I need a core and an interface. I don't think we need an interface, because we're not going to use the interface for anything. We do need the core, and we've got it. This guy right here. The interface is only necessary if you're going to, like, put a storage bus on it or try and pull or pump into it. The storage scanner that we have should be able to access the inventory without an interface, I believe. So we should be fine. Oh. By the way, just so you know, the builder can build that for you, really, without transferring it into silver blocks. Also, you took on the feral lantern? I did, yeah. Kind of had to, unfortunately. Okay. So, chat. We get rid of this. We wait for the server to catch up. Then we do slash home. Say hello to our ever-increasing supply of Enderman. We get rid of one core block so we can put in the actual centralized core. I really hope that it doesn't need space to open. We're not even going to get to see it open because it's so freaking embedded into the gosh dang roof. Come on. Come on. All right.
Whoa. Whoa.
Convinced Gaming, thank you very much indeed, my friend, for the 4 months in a row. Support me to heck of a lot. Feel free to use those emotes in the Twitch chat. Can we get some caffeine sellout? All right. TBS is 17, just shy of 16.5. I don't think the building is going to make a difference to the TPS. Get your cameras ready. Get your T2s ready, chat. All right. Boom. Look at this beast. Look at this monstrosity that we have created. My FOV is not wide enough to encompass this freaking monstrously large chest. Oh boy, look at that. Holy heck. Okay, you ready for the sound, chat? You ready for the sound of opening a chest this large? No! Oh no! Oh boy. I heard that coming from a mile away. That was, oh boy. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh boy. My life, my clean record of no deaths flashed before my eyes for a brief second then. I thought I'd lost it all. I forgot for a mere second that I had diamond armor and didn't need to worry about a creeper explosion, but oh boy. Hello, skeletons. And Enderman. How's it going? Okay. If you could die, that would be great. Without making me attack this. You know what? Just stay there. That's fine. You can stay over there. I need to go get some food. The challenge now to build that monster in a room to make it look small. Exactly. I want to build a room here to put it in, but that thing, oh boy, it's going to need a massive room to fit that thing in. Holy heck. But I think we can do it. I think we can do it. So please give me my apple. Also give me the TPS. It dropped a little bit. Like we've stolen 1 TPS, 1 tick per second has been robbed by us, I guess. But are you ready, chap? Are you ready? Oh, I didn't mean to disconnect. Oh, that sound. That chest opening sound. I love it. The RF Tools builder can make the room of your dreams. Definitely. I will be using the builder to clear out a room area. The difficult bit is obviously building in the room. You know, building it to make it look, to keep it in theme with the rest of the base and make it look nice. Orgasm quit. Isaac, pick up the spam. Is the spam still inside of the chest? Like, how does that work? Does it automatically get deposited into the chest? Hey, Mitch, how's it going, man? Welcome. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I don't even have, like, a frame of reference as to how much storage there is here. Like, I think each time you press the down arrow, like, if I try and show you here, if I do this, I think each time I press the down arrow, it moves down by 1 inventory slot. So I don't know if you can hear me clicking the mouse. It's got a lot of space. It's got a lot of chest space. Like a lot of chest space. Shouldn't it be like 13 cube diamond chests? Is that how it works? Like it's like having a diamond chest in every slot? It's actually so much space. Now scan it? Do I want to scan it? Like this is all like set up so nicely. Oh. What? Hold on. What is this called? The storage scanner. Storage scanner. What if I make another storage scanner and scan with that one? Just so I don't have to break the one that I have already. I feel like that's going to be a bit easier, a bit less work for me going forward. You must. Okay. That's the build, not the storage scanner. Do I have what it takes? Oh no, I'm missing the middle block. Okay, of course. Please give me the storage scanner. Okay. Okay. So, does need power. We've got the Spectre coil though, so that's fine. Gotta go 20 block radius, right? Scan. Is it in here? Colossal chest. So if I put something in the colossal chest and I go down to the colossal chest bit and make it, oh, look at that. There it is. There it is. I can't imagine that was too bad, right? I think, yeah, the TPS has gone up. I think if anything, guys, my colossal chest has increased the server TPS. It's made it even faster. 237,276 slots, apparently, is the number that I'm receiving from the Twitch chat. That's a big chest, guys. It's a big chest, and it totally works. Like you can access it. We've got so much space. 7K diamonds wasted on the server. Oh boy, it totally works though. And so yeah, like I said, this is not its final resting place. This room here, because this is going to be like an atrium room, but I think give this its own room. I'll dig out an area over here and just make a gigantic room dedicated to the gigantic diamond chest, try and make it look cool. I'm not quite sure how I'll do that yet, but we'll figure that out. We'll figure it out and make it work. For the time being, I'm going to grab this and grab this. I might add it, like once I do rebuild it, I might add it to this storage scanner over here because it seems like it's working fine. Like it seems like it's not too laggy. Maybe. I think the only way, or the only time I should say, that it gets super laggy is when you use like an AE system and you're constantly pulling in and out of it, maybe. I think that's when it starts to get like really laggy, is when you're constantly working with it to pull stuff in and out of those kind of inventories that are so big. Maybe. It might also just be laggy to scan that large of an inventory, I don't know. Possibly. Also, sound is too loud. It's way too loud. But yeah, that's our gigantic colossal chest. I also don't like the fact that ooh, I took a bit of damage. I did get a head there, which is nice. Please die, Enderman. Please, please, please. Nice. All right. We got another head. Nice. So we had a good amount of Enderman heads, as well as an Ender Pearl, which I guess is also nice to have. Get rid of some of this stuff as well. Oh, we also got an Infinity Booster card, which I think we've already had. We've got like 5 of those now, so that's, I guess, not a problem. I'm going to do a quick check here and see how... Like, it looks like we're doing fine... Oh, pardon me. Fine on resin. This one doesn't have... Oh, it's got power in it, though. Why is that not working? Like, why are you not transmitting power? Is it just because you're not producing power? Like, all of these have run out of juice. Is that because of the fact that they're not... Like, were they not producing enough rosin to keep this going? Is that the problem there? Huh. So it looks like we might have to hook these up to the network in some other fashion, because it looks like, for whatever reason, despite the rosin producing 60 redstone flux per tick in the Steam Dynamo, it's still not producing enough rosin to keep the fractioning still going forever. I think it's also possible that maybe the fractionating still's filled up with tree oil. Like, if they fill it with tree oil too much, then they, of course, stop producing rosin. But then again, they should just be stored in the Steam Dynamo, right? Like, it shouldn't run out of rosin ever, really, I don't think. So, I don't know, that's an interesting one. I'm surprised that that stopped. I guess what we might have to do then is just connect up the Steam Dynamos to the core system, or maybe just leave them as they are, but also have like a backup power source going to the fractioning still as well, so that they always have a source of power no matter what. Like, they can always receive power if they need so. And that leads me to one final thing that I kind of want to do here today, and that is I want to try and tidy up just a little bit. I want to cover up these cables, right? It came to me because I'm thinking of putting down some more cables in there, but I want to cover up these freaking leadstone energy conduits. There are also some of them over there that need covering up as well, and to do that, we need to go over to @thermodynamics, and we need to get ourselves some of these structural ducts. They're made with 2 iron ingots and 1 lead ingot. Super easy to make. And if you craft those up with, for example, some dark oak logs, like so, what we can do is we can make covers for any item added by thermodynamics. So basically any duct of any kind. That being any flux duct, any item duct, any fluid duct, any of those kind of things can be covered up using these. And so, the problem that we're going to run into here is the fact that this is not going to cover it horizontally like I wanted to. I wanted that to go this way. I don't think you can do that. And so, I think all we're going to have to do is just change the style ever so slightly and replace the horizontal logs there with just vertical logs, which I think is going to look fine, honestly. Like, I don't love this so much, but I think for the most part, that looks okay, and I think it looks better than having this duct just showing and visible like that. I'm also going to put some of these freaking colossal chests away real quick, because I've got so freaking many of them. Jeez. But yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of these and replace them. And then it's the same job for the stone as well. So like we can cover that like so. Looks a lot nicer. And then if we get some more of these stone bricks, again, I'm fairly certain I'm fairly certain we got more stone. I'm still really surprised. It's so much blue in one area. Like every time I look over, there's just a sea of blue through that door there. It just looks like nothing but just a massive block of blue. It's crazy. But grab some chiseled stone, craft that with our duct. That's going to get us a chiseled stone cover. And then all we got to do is just throw that down like so. Nice. And it's nice and neatly covered up so we don't have to see it. Do I need to do the same thing here? I don't. The flux duct there is in the wall. So that's fine. And then essentially all I'm thinking of here really is potentially having leadstone flux ducts kind of coming up either side, kind of looking like they almost grip onto the fractionating still. Just trying to think of ways that we can get power to that fractionating still without having to throw down like a bunch of Spectre coils or a bunch of the flux points that we used previously. I'm kind of thinking that, I don't know, how do I want to do that? Because I'm thinking it could look pretty cool if we just had, like, either side of it, if we just had flux ducts coming in like that, and then if we get ourselves some... no, the annoying thing is I think we can't make... Can I make these? Dark oak cover panels. I think these are going to look different because these are chiseled dark oak planks. Oh, it totally works. What the heck? I did not think that would work because these are chiseled dark oak planks. I thought that it might go back to using the default dark oak planks, but it totally has like chisel integration. That is really cool. But yeah, I think that could look quite good. Like that could look quite nice. You know, it's unnecessary to have it on each side. It's mostly just there for symmetry. But if we do that all over here and then just underneath connect it all up to power somehow, that should make sure that we always have power being sent to the fractioning still, which means we should always be producing power from our compression dynamos, and thus kind of keeps the whole system going. Isaac makes some mechanism cables. They're cheap and good. The problem with mechanism cables is that they are not easily coverable, to the best of my knowledge. Like, these are very easily coverable, like so. You know, the ones from Ender.io are very easily coverable with conduit facades and whatnot.
Whoa!
The mechanism ones are good, but they're not easily coverable, which is a bit of a problem. Trins CS, thank you very much indeed, my friend, for the Twitch Prime subscription. This support means a whole heck of a lot. Feel free to use those emotes in the Twitch chat. Also, give it a second. There it is. Caffeine Chaos. Thank you very much indeed, my friend, for the Twitch Prime subscription as well. The support means a whole heck of a lot. Feel free to use those emotes in the Twitch chat. Can we get some caffeine sellouts for Trins CS and also for Caffeine Chaos? Flipping heck. Thank you very much, my friends. Support means a whole heck of a lot. Also, to anybody else who has Amazon Prime, you can indeed subscribe for free with Twitch Prime once a month. If you click that little subscribe icon at the top of the page, it'll go ahead and let you know if you have a free subscription ready to go this month. We should do 2 more of those. Like so. And yeah, I quite like this. I'm happy with this room as well. I think this room looks good. I've built these like walls here, like these arches, as if I'm going to go off from this. I don't think I am going to build anything off of these, at least not yet. I might do in the future. But I think it just looks better than having flat walls. I guess I could always just like replace the stone back here and just have it like be like a bit of an indented wall area. Like we don't necessarily have to put anything in there, I don't think. But that's a job for future Isaac to think about while he's off stream debating what he wants the base to look like. But I think that looks pretty good. I think this looks pretty nice. I'm happy with this room on the whole, you know, outside of these freaking industrial foregoing machines, which we will move at some point between streams because they look horrible, but they need to be there right now to get a job done. And of course, right now that's not actually connected up to power. Like power's not going anywhere. My thought is that I will just kind of run power down like this so that we'll have the bottom here set to output. Like that, so that power can go out and also be sent and distributed amongst the fractionating stills as well to make sure they never run out of power and continue working forever. Yeah. Oh, look at that. I'm very happy with this room. I'm very happy with it indeed. Not so happy with this like little corridor area here. I think this needs work. I also want to do work obviously around this area here. You know, right now it's just a lot of stone. I do want to make this look a little bit nicer, a little bit more natural, and kind of enclose it a little bit more at some point. Again, that's more work for me between streams, but for now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's stream there for now. A little bit of a shorter one than usual, but my voice is getting a little bit croaky and I don't want to push it too far. Otherwise, I don't think I'm going to be able to talk too much at all over the weekend. But I'm hoping to be live tomorrow. So hopefully between today and tomorrow, I'll freaking move this colossal chest and do a little bit of a couple more small tweaks. And hopefully when we come back for the next stream, we will have enough in the way of pink slime to get our first actual pink slime. We might also look into setting up a spawner from industrial forging so that we can actually go ahead and duplicate those pink slimes so we have like an infinite supply of them so we can make more items that require it if we want, because I did mention earlier in today's stream the energy field, this guy right here, and to make that you do indeed need pink slime ingots, which are made with 300 millibuckets, I guess, of pink slime and an iron ingot in a fluid sieving machine. And so we are going to need quite a bit of pink slime going forward if we want to delve deeper into industrial foregoing. But like I said, hopefully we'll have that ready for the next stream. I'll hopefully have gotten rid of most of this here and replace it with a nice room for the colossal chest, and we'll move on to making the stoneworks factory so we can finally upgrade our sieving system and hopefully make it just a little bit faster. But with that, guys, As always, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the stream and you haven't done so already, be sure to hit the follow button to get notified as soon as I go live in the future. If you missed any of the stream and you want to watch it, you can watch it both here on Twitch and you can also go watch it over on youtube.com/GamingOnCaffeine. I edit them all down and put them all up over there, so you'll be able to watch it without me coughing every 5 minutes if you want to do so over there as well. Go follow me on Twitter if you'd like, @CaffeineRich. I tweet occasionally and I would like more Twitter followers, so if you haven't done that, I would recommend it. You can also join the Discord, discord.gg/GOC as well, is where you can talk to everybody else who is part of the community as well. If you want to do that, I'm being told by the Twitch chat I should open mail real quick here, and I will do. Let's take a peek. What we got? I'm assuming a lot more. Yeah, it's a diamond. That's a colossal chest. That's spam. That's spam. That's spam. That's spam. And there's more colossal chests. All right, I'm glad I opened those. Well, thank you for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.